Okay, speaking of voiceovers, I'm stunned at all your animated work, like Squidbillies. Okay,
Yeah.
so you make a lot of money doing that too. Then
I wouldn't say I make a lot of money, but
you were great. You were Dr. Katz. I remember those
Yeah.
days.
I love Dr. Katz.
Yeah.
That's a great show.
And I mean, you've done shit. You've done a lot of. I remember the Chevy Chase roast on the
I
Friars
did the
Club.
Chevy Chase roast.
You call it 6 blistering minutes. You call that.
Did I?
That's what you said once.
Huh.
I remember your shit a lot.
Wow.
You said we were doing Greg Fitzsimmons' podcast, and you said, "Watch me on the Chevy Chase roast. It's 6 blistering minutes."
I remember when you got my stuff read on the Stern Show.
Absolutely.
And I remember the story. Like I guess you gave me the CD. You gave the CD to
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Yeah.
Baba Booey like had him. Howard listened to it like between commercials.
He loved it.
He came back from a commercial and played it.
Yes.
Wow,
yeah.
that's so
No,
cool.
he loved it. Yeah. Did you send him for the news for that? Did you come in? Did I
I
get
came
you
in twice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember.
I
yeah.
don't know. I don't
Back
know
in the days
I don't know
was
if they
there.
loved me
Well,
or
he
not.
doesn't like comedians anymore.
No?
Except Chelsea Handler for some reason. And Ellen. The animated stuff, I think you have a voice that,
Yeah, I like doing that. It's just.
Did you have a lot of network deals? Like back in that day, like we all had it here and there?
I had a holding deal.
Yeah.
That was then
For
renewed.
casting. It was renewed.
Yeah, I mean it was.
That's good news.
It's kind of an unbelievable thing to be like, here's an amount of money to not negotiate with other networks.
I had a couple of those.
When I was like, I'm not that interested in negotiating with others, but I mean, you better fucking give me some money to hold me.
And it got renewed?
It got renewed, and I was like, I wasn't even like, I mean, I turned down auditions with.
Yeah,
and
that's right, exactly.
and-
That's what you have to do to get the money.
But I mean, I turned down auditions, and they renewed. I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
that was a power move on my part.
Let me ask you something. So, like the joke with the orchestra, like the viola,
Yeah.
like you come up with that premise. Like, how long do you settle on like the reference of the first chair viola? Like, how long does that take?
I don't know. I mean, that's one of those. I mean,
Because that's like a perfect way to put it.
yeah.
How long does it take to write a joke like that? From the time you
Some
think of
jokes
that,
of mine take, they come out sort of good right from out of the gate. Then there's
Yeah.
others that really need to be labored, and it's also just hard for me because if something doesn't work, I get really
But
frustrated.
let me,
I'm impatient.
as a fellow comedian, paint the picture. So you're watching like a video and you see like Guns N' Roses with the orchestra.
Yeah.
And you notice that Slash is not reading the music.
Well, I just noticed that the orchestra is like diligently reading this music that's probably they could play in their fucking
How
sleep.
long does it go from there to like the perfection of the first viola?
Oh God, I mean.
Do you try it on stage?
I usually just I don't write it out. I mean, I've tried to do that, but
right. But you riff on stage and
I work it out on stage.
Right. And that's the crowd work too.
Yeah, the crowd work doesn't really get generate a lot of material, but it's fun.
But so do you ever so a lot of it's totally like you don't reuse shit. You try to
No. I mean, sometimes you go down the same road, like you meet some drummer or something, and they kind of have similar things.
Another thing I remember about you, again, Stand Up New York, in the late 90s, Rosie O'Donnell comes in and bumps you. And does like an hour and 10 minutes, and then and destroys. I mean, you're just yelling about shit. And then they said, "Do you not want to go up?" And you went up while people were leaving, and you said, "By the way," and you got the crowd back.
Yeah.
You got people to sit back down.
Really?
Because people started. The first thing you said was, "By the way, Rosie and I on our tour, she'll be opening for me all around the country."
Did I say that?
Yeah. She does an hour and 10 minutes, and then I do 25.
Oh, that's pretty.
People
fun.
laughed and they sat back down. I watched.
I like following famous drop-ins.
Yeah, well, but
it's
see, because
easy.
you think it's easy?
Well,
Maybe
would,
not Kinnison would have been easy, but
in a club, in a club where it's a showcase,
because then
I
they
wouldn't-
get excited.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go up after Chappelle at Radio City Music Hall.
After 11 hours.
Yeah. But they're just everyone's in a good mood. If you make any
Right. No,
reference
you're right.
to it, then
You're
they're
right.
just-
Exactly. It's easier in a club.
Yeah.